Hello, I am back today with three Christmas wintry plates from Born Pretty Store. My last two shipments from Born Pretty Store have been a little bit delayed, so right now it is literally 3 days before Christmas. So I'm going to try to throw this up there for you, and while you won't be able to get these in time for this Christmas, they do change up their designs, so it may not be available for next Christmas. So if you want it for next Christmas, I would say grab it. And also, I'm going to try to point out here the non-Christmas things, the more wintry things that you can do with these, because I think actually all three of these plates are really good just for winter manicures as well. I'm going to take a look at them, then I'm going to swatch them for you, and I'm going to try to get this up as quickly as possible. Okay, so this is BP-L056, and you can see this one's all full nail images. There are a few things like these stars and these stars there that go really well together and are not Christmassy. This one, I love the look of this because you've got a whole bunch of like Christmassy icons on there. This you could use any time of year. This makes a good kind of citrus feel manicure even for summer. A couple of great Christmas or winter sweater manicures. So this could be just for, you know, the rest of your winter as well. This I think even has a summery feel, very kind of pretty with the different flowers in there. Definitely Christmas with the stockings, and this one with the ornaments. And I love this, and I'm going to actually try to do a manicure with this before Christmas. I might even wear that as my Christmas manicure because I really, really adore that. Trees, good for any kind of winter. Snowmen, good for any kind of winter. The same thing with the snowfall. This one's a little bit more Christmas oriented. And one of the things I like about this, as opposed to a lot of the different star patterns that they have out there, is I love the little like constellation lines that they've drawn here between those. I think that's pretty cool. So lots of good mix and match stuff, things that go like, because this would go really, this one right here would go really well with this one right here. So I think there's a lot of great potential for this for the rest of winter anyway. All right, let's take a look at, I'm not sure, but I'm going to assume that this means Born Pretty Store L029. I'm going to call it BPS L029. This one, this is cute with the knitting stuff on top. So that and most of these images actually are good, not just for Christmas, but are more wintry. And in fact, I've already decided I'm going to do a Valentine's manicure with those two right there. So you definitely have a couple things that hint heavily at Christmas, like snowmen or any time of year, but like this sled and the tree, that's a little bit Christmassy. But for the most part, I think there's a lot of stuff on here, on this one, that's very winter oriented. And I like that on this one, these are like full nail images, but they're sort of blended together. So if you want a patchwork look, you can get that as well. And if you want to do like, you know, maybe only half of your nail in this, you've got a cool line that you can end it with too. So that gives a little bit more design potential. So what I mean by that is, like, let's say I wanted to have this going down only part of my nail and have this just be blank. So normally you'd have to color block or use some striping tape or something, and this makes that effect very easy to achieve. So I like it when designers do things like that. Same thing like over here with that edge, you can get, you know, a cool look with that edge on your nail without having to go to, you know, any extra lengths to do that. And even potentially up here, I think this is a potentially very kind of cool look to have if you had all of that. If you had all of that kind of knitting stuff going there at where your half moon is, and then the design down here, I think that could be a really interesting look as well. So anytime you get a plate like this that has different kinds of lines or, you know, different kinds of borders to it, I think that's part of the power of the Infinity Image style plates. And so definitely keep that in mind while you're looking at the images. Okay, so for the last one, Born Pretty Store L031. This is, of the three, this is the most like dedicated to Christmas, but again, I think that it is, it has a variety of stuff that you can do. So all of this stuff here is very, very wintry. It is more of a kind of a holly leaf, but with the birds and everything, I think, you know, it doesn't have to be for Christmas. And this right here, I love this because this is, in my opinion, this is awesome steampunk. I love this with the lace mandala around it, but with the clock there, I am definitely going to be doing some steampunk stuff with that. I mean, just like that alone for a steampunk manicure. That is so cool. And then you could do the rest like with, you know, maybe the edges or the sides, or maybe just one where you've got that nailed on just in the center. Gorgeous. I love that. And Christmas, no Christmas, I don't care what time of year. She's just so adorable. She's kind of big, so let's take a look there. You know, I could get most of her on a nail, so I'm not going to be able to get her wings and everything, but you'd still get this really sweet angel doll effect. So even though these are a little bit bigger, you're still going to have some versatility. Like that'll fit on my nail, and that would be adorable for like a country Valentine's Day mani. And you got your stockings, and of course your Feliz Navidad, and winter is coming. I am sorry. When I see winter is coming, I just think Game of Thrones, and I think of White Walker zombies that are trying to kill you. So like that is not a cheerful saying for me. I'm sorry, I'm being silly, but yeah. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Sweet Holiday. I've never heard that before, but I kind of like it, Sweet Holiday, instead of just the regular Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. And then you've got your bells with your 2017, so this could definitely be for a New Year's as well, if you wanted to. Some jingle bells, lots of Merry Christmases though. And like, look at these. Now, this could definitely be, I mean, you could do that any time of year depending on the colors. And if you just wanted like this right here, that would be a beautiful mani for spring, for summer, without, you know, you just get rid of that Merry Christmas. So this one's a little bit more, you know, but hey, let's say that you're going for a weekend at a ski lodge. Like that's very cool in and of itself. Let's say you like Jägermeister. That's a Jägermeister deer right there. Elk? I'm not sure. Anyway, a nice snowflake, which is wintry. Another Merry Christmas. And this is just sort of like a postage image that you could use anytime. And this says just for you pasty, which I don't know what that means. So either I'm not cool or that's like a mistranslation or something like that. But, you know, you could easily get rid of that remove that from your stamper before you stamp, and that'd be awesome. I love these, like the postage stamp images, and those are definitely winter things as well without you know, necessarily a Christmas bent. Same thing like with this Merry Christmas here. You can cut off that Merry Christmas if you just want a little winter image, and Happy Holidays. And then I love this border here because that's like instant snowflake French tip. How cute is that? Just stamp that, boom, and then you've got like the look of a French tip with almost no hassle whatsoever. So with all three of these plates, if you're interested in these, like for Christmas next year, for the Christmas parts of them, there's still lots of stuff that you can do with them in the meantime too. Let's go into the quick review. So if you're just interested in a quick look, this is Born Pretty Store L031. And let me give you a quick look at that one. Okay. This is Born Pretty L056. So let me give you a quick moment to look at that. And then this is Born Pretty Store L029 with your knitting and your different kind of Christmas sweatery images or winter sweatery images. In terms of size, the full nail images here are about 5/8 of an inch tall. The full nail images on this one are going to be a little bit different depending on where the line is, but they are about the same width and a little bit shorter in terms of height. And that's what allows them to fit a little bit more on this one. And I will have a still shot of this if you want to get a better look at the size. And then on this one, everything is, you know, a different size, but you can see that this is about 2 1/4 inches across. And then here's a look to give you a feel for that way, for how big they are. Okay, let's see how these babies stamp. For my stamping test, I am going to use Messy Mansion Spruce. And I am going to use my XL clear stamper. Let's start with L056. Great pickup. Great transfer. I made the mistake of scraping straight up when I had big areas, so that caused a little bit of a gap there. So you can see in my plate where my scraper left those marks. So with big areas like that, I recommend scraping diagonally. No bald spots this time because I scraped it diagonally. And we have perfect transfer. Gorgeous. Okay, so this one has finer lines, but it's still picking up great even with the clear stamper. Great transfer. Okay, let's move on to L031. Super fine lines, but great pickup here with even with the clear stamper. And gorgeous transfer. Oh, I love that image. Gorgeous pickup. And good transfer. I actually got a 2 for there, and they both picked up really well. So those are really fine lines, and you can see pretty darn good. And now L029. Little bit of a mess up right there. I think that was me and my scrape though. But except for my scrape issue, that's pretty darn good. Another one with pretty fine lines, and that stamps beautifully. Very nice. There's a little bit of problems at the bottom of the images, so that's probably my scrape, so I'm going to try that again. So I did a gentle scrape, I did a gentle roll, and you can see almost all of that's gone. There's still a little bit, but I mean, you're not even going to be able to see that on the nail. As you can see, there's tiny imperfection. You can't really barely even see it. If you're concerned, I would just say scrape gently and roll over gently, and you shouldn't have an issue. But I mean, somebody would have to be looking at my nails super close to be able to see that. Okay, so these are good quality plates, like even with the fine lines, even using the crystal stamper, which can be a little bit more picky about these kinds of things. Like on this one, if you have a little bit of an imperfection, I would recommend gentle scrape, gentle roll. They've got cute images both for Christmas and for winter and even other times of the year. So I think they're a great plate. So thanks for watching and happy holidays.